Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So in last episode, we were in round number 2 up against who was it? Sorry about that, I just haven't recorded a bit. So, up against the Philadelphia Flyers. Unfortunately, they had a very strong offensive core, and we just could not get by them. Their defense was actually also strong, and Carter Hart played like a beast. Like, he only allowed us to score a total of how many goals? 7 goals in those 5 games. So we were just scoring over 1 goal per game on average, which is not good enough to get us onto the conference finals, unfortunately. But we did have a good first round against the Washington Capitals. I didn't expect us to beat them, but we managed to. So at least we got to the second round. Hopefully we could get to the conference finals or the cup finals again this year. If for some reason we can't, that's fine as well, because I feel like kind of we might be trending back towards like a rebuilding stage, because a lot of our contracts are up for renewal, and there's a lot of young prospects that are jumping up into the NHL. So we might have to make a few roster moves during this offseason. So maybe we go back into a rebuilding stage, maybe not. So let's get into the draft. So we should have a first round pick around number 25. I think we gave up our second, if I remember correctly, in last episode not last episode, during the season simulation. So we have the 24th overall pick. Let's just see. Let's go offer trade and see what picks we have, because I don't actually remember, to be honest. So draft picks. We have our first. We have a fourth. Oh yeah, we gave up our third as well. Damn, so we don't really have much for draft picks except for this first. So hopefully we can snag somebody up pretty good. So yeah, we're not gonna make any trades here at the draft, I don't think. But so Minnesota's got the first overall pick, and then wow, Nashville's lucky. They have the next 2 picks. They have the second and the third. Damn, they're gonna get 2 really good guys, 2 elite guys at least, that might be NHL ready if the draft class is strong enough. So let's see who goes first overall. It is M. Scrimes to the Minnesota Wild. That's not good. And Weinrich goes to the Predators, left wing playmaker. Interesting. Let's see who else they get at defenseman. So they get a really good defenseman that could almost play on the top 6. That is Junior Gargulio. Interesting name. And Weinrich. Okay, let's sim to user pick and see what we could get at number 24. I'm not going to move up in the draft. And we're getting offered Kevin Fiala and a 4th for our first next year. That's risky as shit too, because like I said, I feel like we're going into a rebuilding stage, so I'm not going to accept that. Johansson and a 4th for our first and second next year. I don't see the point on doing that still, even though it is a pretty decent player. So looks like the draft is actually pretty weak. There's a nice elite steal that happened. Any other steals? There's another elite Cashman, 12th overall. So like it looks like the top 10 was pretty good, but then after that it slowed down a lot. So I don't think we're going to be able to get anybody too good, but you never know. So high top 6, that guy might be medium top 6. Yves Gaucher, center playmaker. I don't even know what we really need, to be honest. Right wing sniper, Nolan Regier. There's also an unknown offensive defenseman, but we don't really need defenseman. He's 19. I think I'm gonna go with this high top 6 guy, which is probably medium top 6. He should have like a better overall considering he's 19 already, but you never know. So let's see how good Nolan Regier is. He is medium top 9, 56. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, the rest of the draft, I think I'm going to auto-sim unless there's an elite in the later rounds that we want to go after. We're getting offered Alex Galchenyuk for a first and a third. Now, that's an interesting offer as well. Galchenyuk would have 2 years left after this year. He's a 79, probably just because of morale, but I don't like his defensive stats, to be honest, so I'm going to just decline that. Because I want to build a kind of a good defensive team, not like just pure offense, Philippe Danault for a second and a third. That's way too much to give up for someone like Danault. So let's just see if there's any late round elites that we could snag up. If there's not, then we will just auto sim the rest of the draft. There's 2 unknown guys actually right now. Barinka and Grossman. Is there any elite still late round ones? Medium elite. That guy's probably not elite. He's supposed to go undrafted. And I'm just going to take him anyways. I don't care what he is, to be honest. And he's the low top 9. Okay, so let's just auto sim the rest of this draft because it seems to be pretty weak. So the computer got us after Matsumoto, got us Swanson, Tootin, and Wilson. Okay. So now we have the re-sign stage. I forget whose contracts are ending this year. Hopefully we don't lose anybody too huge. I think we have to re-sign Hannafin if I remember correctly. So that's why I got rid of Justin Falk at the trade deadline. You guys would have seen that episode like just a couple days ago. I'm pre-recording more episodes again. By this time I'm actually using my Elgato, so you won't have any like glitches in the video, hopefully. Okay, so who do we have to re-sign this year? So we have 55 million in cap space. We have to re-sign. Well, we don't always have to re-sign, but there's Bjorkstrand, Teravainen. I'd like to get Hayden Fleury back. He actually wants an extension. Most of these guys do, actually. Adrian Kempe, Victor Rask, Kapanen, etc. So some big players actually on our team. And then goalies, LaFontaine is probably going to want a one-way deal, I'd assume. And then RFAs, Hannafin's a big one, Logan Brown too, Nick Cass and Waugh and Gauthier. Barrett Hayton, no, and Lewis Ryan. I don't know if I want to get Lewis Ryan back because he's just been playing depth for us. Like, he's a solid depth guy. I just don't know if we should keep playing him like that because he'll never grow. And Ulanov's contract also is up for renewal. So it's a pretty big year, actually, for free agents, or, well, contract-wise. Okay, so let's just see any of good prospects the computers got us. No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, it wasn't a really good draft at all. Okay, anyways, guys, I'm going to re-sign everybody that I can, and I'll get back to you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, so we got everybody back pretty much. We just need to get these 4 guys back if we can. I think I might actually release, like, Teravainen this year, though. Either him or Vic. I think I want to keep Rask over him just because Rask is a really good defensive player. Like, in terms of face-offs, he's a lot better. So, yeah, Teravainen we're going to let go of this year. Maybe find a replacement for him. And for now, we're going to let go of Bjorkstrand as well, just to like see if we could maybe pick him up again in free agency. It's just more for now-wise. So we'll release him for now. And then Kapanen, I'm going to get him on a 1-year deal at 1 point. Let's see if he takes 1.4 because I did under what he wanted before, but he didn't want to take it. So, and then Victor Rask, I don't want to put him too long term, just because the younger guys are going to take priority. So let's give him 1 year at 5.5, and then LaFontaine 1 year at 1.1. I don't even know if I want to sign LaFontaine. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to release LaFontaine, even though I shouldn't really. He doesn't get enough playing time in our organization, so he deserves to find a new organization where he could play. So that's why I'm going to release him, and I think that's everybody. Hopefully we get those guys in, and then I might go back after Bjorkstrand in free agency, depending on who's available. Okay, so let's see. Did we get those guys? Rask and Kapanen, there you go. Okay, so now let's sim to free agency, see what's available and what we actually need. Because, like, to be honest, I don't actually know what we need because there's, like, a lot of prospects that are kind of growing and almost NHL ready, so we might not need to actually pick up much. So let's go to propose trade and see what we have. We'll also check what's available in the block, maybe in case. Maybe we get traded instead. So in terms of center-wise, looks like we're good in centers, yeah, because Malone will be in the NHL next year. So one of these guys might actually have to play wing, depending on face-offs. Yeah, Malone might play wing instead on the right side. So we should be good for there. Lewis Ryan, I'm going to use his depth more. So I need one more left winger. And right wingers, what if I said, yeah, if we put that one guy on there. So we just need a left winger pretty much. And defensively, Arvidsson's definitely going to grow. Peckham might as well. So yeah, that's all we need is just a, looks like is a, yeah, I think all we need is a left winger. And Nedeljkovic, I might have to flip him after this year. Or during this year, maybe, if he's playing bad. I don't know, because I want to give Ulnov the starting time. So let's see, what is available for left wingers? Huberto. That's definitely something we need, but 30 years of age, he wants 5 years. I don't want to give a guy like that 5 years, to be honest. The next best is Teravainen, though, so if we want to upgrade Teravainen, I think Huberto is a good bet to go for. He's got really good defensive stats, too. Yeah, I think we're going to go after Huberto here, but we're going to talk him down in term to like 2 years, just because 2 years is how long Ulnov has on a pretty decent deal. So I want to make sure we could get him back instead of Huberto. So we're going to give him 2 years at a whopping 11.5, which is almost $1 million more than he wants. But hopefully that entices him to come here, because he could definitely help out our offense, I think. Anything else that we could go after? No, it doesn't look like anything else. Let's just check potential, because maybe we could find some good steals. Low elite. There's a low elite that went undrafted, but he's already 20. I don't think he's going to be that good. Let's check goalies actually for the same thing. Not that we really need a goalie prospect. Kapitanov, starter potential, but still. And Gonchar as well. And I'll leave those for now. So that should be all we need to sign. Hopefully Huberto signs with us. If he does not, then we might have to trade for a left winger. So let's see if he'll sign with us. And he will. Nicely done. So that's a huge signing. That should help us make the playoffs at least this season, and hopefully next season as well. So I'll see you guys up here at the start of year number 8. Okay guys, so here is the lines for year number 8, I think it is. So we got Huberto with Brown and Hosang. We got Kempe, Rask, and Aho. Kapanen, Nikas, and Gauthier. And in fourth line we got Stephen Malone, who's going to be making his first season in the NHL, which is pretty cool. And Nicholas Waugh and Rod Furtz, who's also making the NHL this season. In terms of defense, we got Hanifin and Slavin. Bean is up to an 82, so I guess he is liking the fact I'm giving him more ice time. He's playing alongside of Hayden. And then we got Arvidsson and Peckham, who's also going to make it to the NHL this year. In terms of goaltending, we got Ulnov, who's all the way up to an 89 overall, so he had a huge year of growth and definitely is our starter. Hopefully Nedeljkovic is okay with his backup ice time. If he's not, we're going to have to flip him for an actual backup. But other than that, it's sad. And then in the AHL, there's a bit of a problem because we got Poirier and Erzberg. These guys are both actually listed as fourth liners. But we don't actually have the room for them on our team at the moment. And then also Lewis Ryan's down there. So eventually some people like Waugh, like maybe even this coming off season, Waugh and Kapanen will go, and then we could call up those guys and they could actually play in their roles or something like that. But for now we'll leave them in the minors just because we don't want to have them scratched and whatnot. But yeah, our team looks pretty good on paper. And like I said, in the AHL we got tons of good prospects down here. Well, a couple at least. I'm just going to make sure everybody's actually playing because I don't want to have them scratched. I want them growing down there. Looks like it. Ward's up to a 72. That's good. Nobody else there. And then in terms of goalies, Sven Steen, I didn't even realize that, is up to a 73. So he should be NHL bound maybe next season. So definitely this year Nedeljkovic has got to go. I think like at the end of the regular season or end of the playoffs or whatever you want to say. So that is that, and let's just see who is our captain this year. Okay, it's Aho, and then it's Huberto. I don't want Huberto, to be honest, being an alternate, though. But he might lose morale because of it if I move him. It's just he hasn't been here that long time. I'm going to give it to Logan Brown. Just because I would like to see him as the captain one day, considering he's from here, so... And Raleigh. So there you go. And done. Okay, so our lines are all set and whatnot. So yeah, I guess that is going to do it, guys, for this episode of our Carolina Hurricanes GM modes. So in next episode, we will sim most of the season, I think. We might do all of the season depending on how we're playing. But anyways, I'll let you guys go. And yeah, thanks guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.